Hello everyone, this is Shad Harris. I'm a senior subject matter expert covering the security analytics platform for Symantec. What I'd like to do today is show you how to go from an alert to an identified threat to possibly a solution, and remediation. So we'll start here in the security analytics platform. Once you log into the box, this is the first page that you see, and it's actually our alerts dashboard. This is new as of just a couple releases ago. If we look at our top offender, right, by IP address, we see that this user has been doing a lot of things that are kind of, shady, right? So we got a lot of very high risk activity, which is typically known bad sources of information, known bad information, whatever it may be. If we look at the resources for this, right? Malicious sources, malnet. So let's investigate this user. Let's jump right into the metadata, right? And what I want to do is I don't necessarily care about this individual alert. I want to see what this user was doing at the time this alert occurred. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to be IPv4 address equals 192.168.8.128, which I pulled from the other side, right? I'm going to get rid of this flow information because that's flow specific to the alert. And I'm going to update my search here. And while that's happening, I talk to you about what this is. So this is our summary page that gives us a good look at a lot of the information that we want to look at every time we do an investigation. So we're seeing a lot of interesting things, right? A lot of communications, a lot of different countries involved, a lot of weird server names, a lot of strange file names, especially this count13.php accessed 47 times, which is kind of strange, right? So the next step, logically, after you're done investigating the metadata, would be go right into the packet data, which I have conveniently already pulled up. So if we look at the start of this information, this is the actual artifacts that traverse the network. So if I preview this, you're going to see that it looks a lot like the Google web page that was used at the time that the user accessed that information, right? Seton U shelters makes perfect sense. If I close this, what's the next thing that it pops up? More of the stuff that is associated with Google. The first page that isn't Google is setonyushelters.org. If I preview that, go to the web page, look. Oh, it's a blank page. Well, that's strange. Let's look at the text behind that page and make sure nothing funny is going on. Sure enough, we see that there's a meta refresh, and the refresh takes us to a Russian website followed by some huge obfuscated code. This ended up being, in real life, it ended up being a buffer overflow that was successful, right? So if I saw this for a blank web page, I'd think to myself, that's pretty strange. So let's take a look at what happened directly after that occurred, right? So we have our count13.php that comes down a lot of times, right? There's even some that aren't even connecting anymore, right? So we're seeing 403s, we're seeing 302s, a lot of strange things until we get down here to this inzix.org and this PDF is presented. Let's take a look at the reputation for this PDF. Pulling the reputation information is probably what alerted on the alerts dashboard, but we see, sure enough, it's a score of 10, right? This is a known PDF exploit, and it's also a Trojan, right? So we have a lot of different things that we can investigate from here, but we're going to carry on just for the sake of timing. The next thing that comes from inzix.org, if we look here, there's some dating stuff, some adult friend finder maybe to throw you off the case. But we actually see an executable, right? It's presented as an octet stream, but we actually see it as an executable. Checking the reputation on that leads us into basically the same conclusion. We saw a PDF, which is a known Trojan, download a known KZ variant, right? So the Trojan was successful. If I go back and figure out, well, how do we know these are all related? Well, if I check the root cause of this situation, I can start here with our PDF. It goes through the inzix.org, another inzix.org landing page. Sure enough, right back up to the setonyushelters.org/circus, which was that first blank web page that we saw, right? That's one way that you can go from an alert to root cause, and then you can spin up your investigative, your incident response, rather, process to eliminate all of the different things on the network. But the good news is you have the contextual awareness now to see what this attack looks like. So you can create alerts and actions that if this happens again, you'll now be ready for it and hopefully maybe be able to stop it through one of your blocking technologies. Either way, that's a quick rundown on how to use the tool to go from alert to remediation. I hope you liked it, and thank you for your time.